Hello everybody, my name is David. Thank you for watching Crazy Narcissist Ex-Girlfriend. Today I'm going to talk about cognitive dissonance. I've spoken about this before in different Q&A videos, stuff like that, but I've been asked a lot to talk about this and try and make some sense of this and what it is and what's going on when these people are manipulating you and you're making fucked up decisions that you feel ashamed about later. Cognitive dissonance is a theory by Leon Festinger. It's basically the result of the human mind solving conflict. It can be the difference between rationalizing and the irrational. It's when your beliefs, ideas, and values don't match with reality. Some simple, really simple examples. You know when people, you got these large people that go through McDonald's drive-thru and they get the number 4 super size, but they get the Diet Coke, right? And they say, oh, it could be anything. I'm already eating so many calories. What's the Diet Coke? Or I mean, I'm eating so many calories, but I have a Diet Coke, Or it's like the smokers go through this. Smokers will exercise, eat well, and say, well, I exercise and eat really well. Everybody's got something, Or it would be a gay person being a Christian. It's a gay person believing in a religion where he's going to go to hell for what he's doing. You have to rationalize that somehow, right? It's like what the reality of the situation is, and somehow you have to tell yourself something else to believe it. It's when inconsistent thought causes inner discomfort, so we restore consistency. It has to be when we have the choice and we go against the reality of the situation. That is cognitive dissonance. We have to have that choice. If the choice isn't there and someone's making us do it, it doesn't matter. There was an experiment, and I talked about this last time, and this should really help to understand. There was an experiment a long time ago. They took some college students, right? A big group of college students. And they had a test. And it was like a puzzle. It was a board with some knobs. And all you do is you just twist the knobs. There's absolutely no point to the game, right? Or no point to the puzzle. They took a few of these students to the side, right? They asked half of these students, will you do this test or this puzzle to the rest of the students, right? But half of them they asked, will you do it for $20? The other half, they said, will you do it for $1? Well, they had the students agree, right? Some is gonna perform the puzzle, give the puzzle to the students and tell them to try and solve it. Some of them is going to do it for $20. Someone's going to do it for $1. Now, they're both telling the students they're lying, right? They took the puzzle. They did the puzzle. They know it sucks. It's a dull puzzle. It makes no sense. They're lying to the students, telling them, oh, this is a really interesting puzzle. You guys are going to like it. I think it's really cool to kind of figure out how it works and stuff. They're both lying. They know it sucks, but they're getting paid to lie. But some of them are getting paid $20. This is a long time ago, so $20 is a good amount of money, and $1 still wasn't shit. So the students that pay $1, and they're lying to them for $1. When they were done with all the tests, they took the students aside that performed the test, and the ones that paid $20, they said, what did you really think about the puzzle? They said, oh man, it was stupid. Totally dull, total boring, right? But they were telling the students it's good, but they can rationalize that by saying, I got paid $20. A lot of us do that. But they asked the students who were lying all day, saying this test is great, that were getting paid $1, and they said, what did you think about the test? They said, oh, well, it was a good test. I liked it. It was a good puzzle. I liked it. They said, would you do it again? They said, yeah, I'll do it again. So they have to tell themselves it's good. They have to lie to themselves because they're only getting paid $1 a day. I hope that helps. Now, this is different. And when it comes to people with emotional trauma, this is a little different. It's more intense. They cause damage to our brain, and we don't know what's going on, and we kind of fill in the blanks. Now, already with perception and cognition, even our eyesight. Our eyesight, we only see about this much. The rest is scanned by our eyes really fucking quick. And the parts that we don't scan or get in our brain fills it in. So sometimes we see things wrong, right? Same with cognition. If we don't understand things, our brain will fill it in, fill in the blanks. And sometimes we think something really happened this way and it didn't. That's why there's what he said, she said, and then there's what really happened. Cognitive dissonance occurs when we don't have enough information and it's conflicting and it's making us feel uncomfortable, so we rationalize to soothe the pain. So when your narcissist walks out the door after they just told you, you guys just got done talking about future plans and marriage and children and whatever it was for the next several years, right? And they're like, I love you, 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 and said the sweetest, nicest things they could ever say. And then they walk right out the door without an explanation, and they're gone for a couple days. You're freaking out. It's uncomfortable. Now, normally, you would say, like, what the fuck? Fuck them. I mean, you'd be worried about them, make sure they're okay and stuff like that. But you're going to tell yourself, oh, they're just going to see a friend. They're okay. They'll be right back. When they finally come back and you try to tell them how upset you are and you want an explanation, and instead they just turn around again and walk right back out again, it's traumatizing for someone that you really love and care about to not know what the fuck they're doing, to not know where they're going, to not know if they're okay, to not know if they're going to come back. So you rationalize. The trauma, the stress is so intense. We don't know all the information, and our brain fills in the blanks. We tell ourselves it's okay. We excuse them. We tell ourselves whatever we need to hear. That's cognitive dissonance. To soothe the discomfort, to rid of it, to restore consistency. That's why it's so important after the discard that we supply ourselves with as much information as we can. When a relationship ends, it's supposed to end with talking about it. I'm sorry it didn't work out. Me too. Take care. This is why it didn't work out. I wasn't happy with this. Okay, I'm sorry. Whatever. Bye. I mean, these silent treatments and discards are fucked up. And you guys need to not allow it to happen. When someone ever does this to you, you have to know it's wrong. Don't let them come back. Break up with them, right? But after these relationships are over and you've been discarded or you discard them, start learning. You need to learn all that happened. I tell people, go through some of the worst traumatic situations. Talk about it with somebody. See it all the way through to the end until you see the truth. Till you understand completely what happened, what's going on, that it's not your fault, that it's them doing this. Okay? I hope that helps. Please, any questions you have, go down in the comment section and ask. I'll answer you. If you like the video, give me a like. If you haven't subscribed already and you want to see more videos, please subscribe and share this video with somebody else you think it might help. Thank you guys very much. Love yourself first. Bye-bye.